Hello, good vibers, and what is good? It's your girl Esther Joy coming at you with another video. On this channel, we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace. So if you, my friend, are one of those amazing light beings that are spreading these good vibes to the planet, then join the family, hit subscribe, and join the Good Vibes Delivery family. So in this video, we are going to be talking about breathing, because it's something we all do. I know, hashtag relatable, right? I'm just thinking about that made me sad. Anyways, I gotta tell you, my friends, through my work with meditation and breath work, I have come to the realization that breathing is very, very important, and many of us aren't breathing correctly most of the time. If we can hone on in this one thing, if we can perfect our breathing, then you, my friend, can do anything in life. I hope you guys like the jazz in the background, just to relax the mood a little bit. So, in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about my story of breathing really quickly, how I was not aware that I wasn't breathing correctly for most of my life, and how breathing is seen as something each person has a certain number of breaths, and then after that, you exhale your last breath and you go. So the saying goes that the longer that you can allow your breath to be, the longer then you will live. I'm not telling anyone to hold their breath in attempts to live longer life. I'm just saying that, generally speaking, those who breathe deeper have a higher quality of life. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm gonna start off with my personal story first. I have been a swimmer since I was at the age of 3. And in swimming, you have to learn how to hold your breath so you can go underwater. Now, I started competing when I was 9, and all the way up until I graduated high school. During that time, I remember the last 2 years of my competitive swimming is when I realized I had a breathing problem. I would have difficulty breathing when I came up for air. It would feel like I was breathing through a straw, like my vocal cords were closing, and I was just not getting enough air. I thought this was normal for a very long time until eventually it just got to the point where I wasn't breathing at all. My vocal cords closed completely, and I started suffocating while I was swimming under intense conditions. So, long story short, I had something called vocal cord displacement, which is when your vocal cords mimic a drowning sensation. They close up in C's. This allows you to not inhale any air, and it sucks. It sucks, okay? Not fun at all. The crazy thing was that I remember when I went for treatment, and the vocal cord specialist told me, this is more common than you think. This is how you fix it. I wasn't breathing properly, and that was the root of the whole problem. I'd get so anxious during meets when I had to swim that I would literally start breathing in some sporadic, weird way that would cause my body to think I was drowning. Thus, my vocal cords would close as if I was drowning in attempts to keep the water or whatever else was entering into my lungs out. Now, this is a very, very extreme case of someone who did not realize they were not breathing correctly. And thankfully, because of this extreme condition I was under, because it was literally stopping me from being able to breathe, I was able to be brought my attention there so I could be more aware, and I could really sense what triggers caused me to get those tight vocal cords and work through that. This whole experience led me to really getting into breath work, getting into what is a good breath And why does no one teach you how to breathe correctly, right? You know, we wake up and they assume if you're alive, then you're breathing fine. But I have come to the realization that many people I meet are not breathing correctly. And if you are aware of your breath, maybe you know when you are anxious, your breaths are shorter. When you have a panic attack, if you ever have, then you know that you literally feel like you can't control your breath. It's just, you're hyperventilating, right? So your breath is a direct reflection of your internal mood, of your internal energies. What is going on there, okay? It's a direct reflection of that heart space. So when you bring your attention and awareness to your breath, you are more able to slow it down, calm yourself down. And deep breathing is so good for you. There are so many benefits to just breathing deeply. The deeper you can allow yourself to breathe, the better, more peaceful, calmer you will feel, because you are just allowing that excessive oxygen, that beautiful oxygen, to flood into your body. And when you fully exhale and you actually allow yourself to release and exit out all of that waste that is no longer needed in your body, then you are truly allowing your body and taking care of it in the best way that you can. Now, breathing is something that we do a lot of the times without even realizing it. And this is why I'm saying that you can master this one thing consciously. If you can consciously breathe at least 3 full breaths a day, if you can do this, your whole life, little by little, will start turning into another direction. You might realize you'll be able to catch yourself when you're in an anxious situation because of your breath. And because of the quality of your breath, you'll be able to slow it down naturally and allow yourself to come back into your center. Breathing is such a vital part of life, yet many of the times we are not even aware of how our quality of breath is affecting us, okay? So if you are taking shallow, fast breaths, then I strongly suggest go outside, and you will just see, if you are outside in nature, your breath will start to just slow down naturally. Breathing is a natural thing. And it's meant to be long, it's meant to be deep, and it's meant to feel good. Breathing feels really, really good. And I think that because, again, it's something so common, and we do around 21,000 breaths a day, that we often forget about how beautiful and wonderful it feels to breathe. So my friend, I am inviting you now to breathe consciously. Breathe as deep as you can. Even deeper if you are able to. Really exit all of that stale air out of your lungs. Whew. And feel a beautiful, beautiful breath. In yoga, breath is synced to the movement because they understand that breath is such a vital part of life, and it is a reflection of our internal world. So if you are ever wanting to get a more insight on how you're feeling on any given moment, then just look at your breath. If you are ever wanting to calm yourself, take a big deep breath. And exhale. This is such a wonderful practice that can be done literally anytime. I invite you now to do and practice consciously breathing when you're in the line waiting for your food, when you're stuck at a red light, when you are with someone who is annoying you, when you are at work, when you are at school, whenever you have a free moment, as soon as you wake up, as soon as you go to sleep. Try doing 3 conscious breaths, and you will see that it will just clear out your mind, body, soul, literally. Just clear it out, refresh your blood with new, beautiful oxygen, and give yourself that little boost you might be wanting. So that is all I really have about breath for today. If you like today's video, then give it a nice big breath and press that like button. If you are interested in hearing more about breathing, if you would like a breathing exercise, then comment down below. I would love to know what your experiences are with breathing, if you've had any breathing difficulties, or if this video brought awareness to your breath. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe to stay updated. I post daily, and I would love to have you in the Good Vibes Delivery family. Again, thank you so much for watching today's video. I wish you a peaceful, wonderful day full of deep, beautiful breaths, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.